quarter. They just wrapped it in Bondo. All this is Bondo. You can see down in there. Welcome back to Easy's Rebuilds. I'm Easy E. And from the thumbnail, we have two new builds for the channel. We have a 2011 Hyundai Sonata and a 2013 Hyundai Sonata that was donated to the channel. So in this video, we'll be going around both these cars and letting y'all know what's gonna be going on with these cars. So let's head on over there. So we're gonna start with the 2013 Hyundai Sonata that was donated to the channel from Michigan. Got a little damage right here. Tail light cracked at the bottom. Other than that, car is decent. We replaced the side view mirror. The interior stinks, because here's the other side view mirror. So I replaced that so water wouldn't get into the car. Got a little mold and mildew, but we get on that later. I don't want to smell that. Other than that, she looked brand new. This car recently was in a front end collision a couple years ago. The whole front end was replaced, and I know that because this car was donated from my sister. They had heavy rains up in Detroit. If y'all didn't remember the I-94 flood, and her car was a casualty of the floods up there. She drove right into a flooded area and sucked water into the intake, which got into the motor and hydro locked the motor up. So I wasn't able to, obviously I couldn't save the motor. I took all the spark plugs out. I poured all kind of stuff down in the valves, but they locked up. I can't turn it over by hand. The tow yard, impound yard, when she left the car in the flood, they did more damage to the car. So they knocked this fender in. Of course, the bumper came off. So, gotta replace that fender. And y'all know the bumper gonna get replaced because the tabs are busted. So I'm gonna do it right. I got the jump pack on there because the battery is dead. It's a good battery though, I do believe. It holds a charge, even though it's from 2017, but it's dead because the car just sits and you can't start it because it won't start. But like I said, this car, motor was flooded, interior was flooded. Since we got the jumper on there, everything comes on the inside. Get these windows down. So all electrical works in this car. It only has 127/143 on the dash. Almost a half tank of gas. The radio works. Everything works in the interior. It's just mighty dirty. It has mold and mildew growing because it was in the flood. But everything works. I don't know if the AC work, like I said. I don't know if heat work because this car was flooded. So my wife is going to be ripping the interior out. Eventually, shampooing the carpet, shampooing the seats. Probably use the ozone machine and ozone this thing out. But we're gonna totally shampoo. You can see a little mold back there. Totally shampoo and cleans bad baby out, like we did on our other vehicle, the Chrysler Concorde that was in the flood. So that's it for the, well, nope, that ain't it yet. Take a look in the trunk. Like I said, set up to the jumper pack. It does have remote start on this car. Like I said, everything does work. This the other fender for this car. I got another tail light for this car. Got a little mold in the back. She's missing, I think she's missing the jack. Let's see. No, she has the jack, but she's missing the spare tire. And show y'all the air filter. You can see it's grass growing in the air filter, little vines and stuff. So y'all know she took water into the intake. But I do believe this motor could have been saved if I was up there in the D at the time, because I think the mechanic shop hydro locked the motor up. Because what she told me is she went into the water, she tried to hurry up and reverse, and the motor stalled out. The shop had this car for 2 weeks before returning it back to her, telling about you need a motor, it'd be $4,000. So I think they sat there and cranked on the motor until they locked it up, because she only sucked a little bit of water from what I can see into the intake, but they just kept trying to start it over and over again until it locked the motor up, instead of doing what you're supposed to do with these motors. Take the spark plugs out, take the coil packs off, get the motor out of the valves, well, out of the cylinders, get the water out, let the water shoot itself out, lubricate everything back up, and you probably can save the motor that way. Y'all let me know in the description, in the comments below. Is that how you save a motor that's sucked up water? Because, like I said, you still have water in the motor. In this valve, all the other ones are rusty. I took a scope, looked down in there. Like I said, I poured stuff down there, WD-40, Marvel Mystery Oil, Seafoam, and I can't unlock this motor. It's done for. So y'all know what that is. So y'all know why now we have this car. So this is a 2011 Hyundai Sonata that I won from Copart, with only 106,000 miles on the dash. This has a rebuilt title. That one has a clean title, of course, because I got it from my sister. Thanks, sis, for the donation to Easy's Rebuilds. Because my sister could have charged me for this car, but she didn't. She said she's gonna give it to me and see what I can do with it. She wanted me to part that one out. I told her I wasn't gonna part it out. We was gonna bring it back to life, give it a second chance back on the road, because ain't nothing wrong with her. She got brand new tires. She just put brand new tires on her, y'all. So, but like I said, back to the red one. The red one does run. It does drive. Has a rebuilt title, 106,000 miles on the dash. I won this car for $1,200 at Copart. Out the door was $1,800, and for $1,800, that was the cost of a motor. The cheapest motor I could find for this car was $1,800 with a lot of miles already on it. So I bought a whole car for $1,800 with less miles than this one has. Here I can see the fender is smashed, the door is smashed, the rocker is pushed in on this side. We got some clear coat peel, some overspray everywhere. Whoever rebuilt this car didn't take their time. They hurry up and rebuilt it. Mist spray right there. I don't know what that is. I don't know if y'all can see that. They even paint the door handles. All that was faded. But they got hit all on the driver's side. And here goes some sketchy Bondo work, y'all. This is all Bondo. So they didn't even try to repair this. They did replace the back glass, but they did not try to repair this quarter. They just wrapped it in Bondo. all this is Bondo. You can see down in there where they got the glass sealer. They put a lot on there all the way around. Like it's popping up right there. I don't know if y'all can see that. A little bit dark back here, sorry for that. But it took a hard hit to the quarter back here, and we're not saving. Like I said, it's a parts car. I wouldn't even try to bring this car back to life. We only bought it because we need the motor. I'm taking the motor with the trans out of this one and put it in that one because, of course, that motor is locked up, so it's gonna be hard to separate the motor from the trans. Pull it all as one. Pull this one all as one and swap them over. But I got parts from that car and this car, so sorry about that. I got the whole under plastics from my sister's car up in here. I like this plate that she had back here, but there's left a lot of stuff back here. I want to show her the address. Pretty Palace Pieces. I don't know what that is. But I'm not going to show her address. Can't do none of that on here. But other than that, let me see, it's a decent car. We got a good tail light on this side. I think the date lid is savable. We got 3 doors that are savable. They got decent tires, even though we got a Firestone right there. Got a Cooper in the front. Got a good fender. I'm taking this front bumper off. 2 good headlights, but I'm using this front bumper on my sister's car, so the tabs are broke. I'll be repainting that. This one is a Fusion. So we got a Cooper, a Firestone, a Fusion, and another Firestone. So we got 2 good Firestone tires in the back. They must have had a blowout on this tire or something, that's like a used tire, and a good Cooper on that side. But yeah, I see the door just dropped. So I just hit to the door. Got rocker damage right here. So the rocker is pushed in. The interior is decent. I think I'm gonna be using the center console to replace my sister's center console, because this one do look like it's better. I don't know until I rip this interior out. But I don't even know what I did with the keys. There they go. But I guess we just cleaned my sister's car. I couldn't find another. I've been bidding on cars for weeks. This is the only one I was able to get. They go for these Honda Sonatas, go for a whole lot of money. Don't know why. I guess because of the value of the motor themselves. If they run and drive, I bidded on ones that the whole front end was smashed in. It was still a run and drive, and it went for over $2,000. I just lucked up and got this one. I think I know why I got this one. Oh, well, you know the radio work. Yeah, I can see that down there. 106, 191 on the dash. She a little mad right now. She ain't been ran. We got the deck lid open. Low tire pressure. We got an engine light. Engine light is only for the map sensor, which I don't really care, because I'm taking the intake manifold off of my sister's car, off that motor, and putting it on this one. And with that one comes the map sensor. So I'm not even gonna order another map sensor. I know what the engine light is on for. I already checked it and make sure it was nothing serious. But I say everything does work, radio work. I think the AC work in this car, but I think I got it for so cheap because the shift interlock is malfunctioned. So you cannot shift this car out of park, but it's another way you can do it. That's why I guess the person already knew that they had this car, because they got a lot of stuff to stick down in this hole. To manually, I can't do that with 2 hands though. Here we go. manually put it into gear, and the car does move forward and backwards. So ain't no issues there. The traction light just came on, but we don't care about that. All we want is the motor out of this one. Brakes work, everything else work. All we want is the freaking motor and the trans. Letting this car air out. I don't even want to cuss. It stank. I should have left those windows rolled up over there. But we'll get that car together. I don't know what all that stuff on the side is. Maybe that's from when they towed it. But it comes off. But here she is. She got a brand new battery from 2020. So, you know, I'm swapping over that battery over there. Many parts I can. I will swap back and forth. Obviously, I'm gonna keep all the electronics. I don't even know why I would keep all the electronics, but I will keep all the electronics from my sister's car and put them over here. Like I said, the intake manifold from her car is coming over here. Swapping over a lot of stuff. Probably her throttle body. I'm keeping her AC compressor on that car. Probably switch over to alternators. I don't believe none of the electronics are bad over there. It's just the motor is locked. Y'all hear it here. I don't know what Rich is doing. He just walked up over here. He got some junk mail he looking at. But yeah, I see it there. It's my sister's 2013 donation Hyundai Sonata and the Copart Hyundai Sonata 2011. We're on 106,000 miles, 127 over there. Brand new tires all the way around, all matching tires, mismatched tires, but they all kind of new. Rebuilt titles. Car's been two different color of paint. Yeah, I don't know if y'all can see that because it's kind of dark down back here with these trees, but two different color paints on the bumper. Yeah, if y'all can see that, two different color paints. They tried to match it, they didn't blend it in. But like I said, it's just a parts car. We're gonna be tearing into this one, and probably in the next video, get it turned around, get it facing the garage, so we can pull the motor out. Got the garage all cleaned up from the Expedition. Still gotta get the Expedition pallet of parts out of my garage. I'll walk back there and show you. I got that's his complete motor. The head, the block over there, and the heads over here, the intake. We done tore the whole motor apart and threw it over there. But I got some more motors I gotta go pull from pick and pull for my other builds. But if you're seeing this car and y'all know what car this belongs to, get a shout out. Let her know where her car ended up at. It ended up on, because if y'all see that right there, y'all recognize this. 780 plus credit score, buy a new home, get a passport, take more trips, purchase new truck. September 5th, 2020 to September 2021. 60,000 plus in savings account. I'm gonna keep that. So a souvenir for this car. There's a lot of knickknacks back in that trunk. Even the rear bumper is a different color. But she's running. She don't sound that good when you first start her up from sitting. So you know, change the oils, the fluids. But that's gonna be it for this video. I already talked too long, got 17 minutes, and y'all just showing y'all both these cars. So if y'all like this video, give me a thumbs up. If y'all didn't, give me a thumbs down. Let us know how all this gonna transpire. And share this video on your social media with your friends, family, co-workers. And if y'all would, please consider subscribing to this channel and hit that notification bell so you'll be notified whenever I release a new video. And we take Cash App donations. We got Teespring, we got merch at teespring.com, and we take donations of vehicles like that one. And you go follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. It's all links in the description area below. Go check out my description area. Go click on some of those links. With all that said, stay tuned and stay blessed, people. Peace.